What's up guys, JTech here. In this video, I will cover everything Loaded Lines Main City, beginning with what it is, how to get started, how to earn money playing, best strategies for both normal mode and the competitive mode, and much more. Let's begin with what is Loaded Lines Main City. I already have a video covering this on my channel. However, it's a little outdated, so I'll give a refresh summary. Loaded Lines Main City is an innovative Web3 game that combines engaging gameplay with blockchain technology to create an immersive and interactive gaming experience. In this captivating virtual world, you can build your dream city from the ground up, strategize your growth, and compete against other players for fantastic rewards. So what is the objective of the game? So you earn businesses through blueprints, which you earn by leveling up your avatar. And to level up your avatar, you place furniture and decorate your mansion. So the more businesses you earn, the more gold you receive. The more gold your city earns, the higher you climb on the leaderboards. For the first competitive season, the top 1,000 players on the leaderboard earn vouchers. So how can we possibly earn Crow? If you're new to Web3, Crow is the native token for the Kronos chain and is the traded token for Crypto.com, which is one of the larger crypto exchanges. So there is an in-game marketplace, and within the marketplace, you have the option to sell your businesses and blueprints for Crow. And the other option to earn Crow is to earn vouchers during a competitive season and swap the vouchers for Crow. So now that we have a better understanding of what the game is and the objective, let me show you how to start playing. To begin, we need a non-custodial wallet. If you do not have or know what a non-custodial wallet is, I already have separate videos on both MetaMask and Crypto.com's DeFi wallet that will go into a deeper dive. They are the only wallets currently accepted by Main City. But if you don't want a deeper dive on either of those wallets, I will show you quickly how to install a non-custodial wallet we need to play Main City. I should preface this by saying that the game is currently not available for mobile, so I'll show you how to download a non-custodial wallet extension for our computers. We're going to search for Crypto.com DeFi wallet extension. Then we're going to click this link here. And then on this page, what we're going to do is we're going to click this blue button. We're going to add it to our browser. Hit add extension. Okay. And then what I usually do is I click this puzzle piece. I pin it. And then what we'll do, we'll click on the extension. Click create new wallet. You want to make somewhat of a complicated password here. Something different from all your other passwords, since this in one point should be holding all your digital assets. We'll click proceed, and then we're going to click backup now. This is our recovery phrase. A recovery phrase is basically a stronger password. It's usually anywhere from 12 to 24 word recovery phrase. What you want to do is you want to write these down and you want to keep them somewhere safe. Once you have all these words written down, what we'll do is we will click my phrase is backed up, meaning that we wrote it down and it's going to be kept safe. Now it's going to ask you for certain numbers of words, and you need to correspond them with your 12 words. My fourth word was judge. My sixth word was vital. My ninth word was garden. And we'll verify. And we'll click got it. Now that we have the extension set up, we will go to main.city. Before we hop into the game, I highly recommend that you read through the Main City playbook. If you go to learn.main.city, it has all the information for the game. The last two recommendations I have are to join the Main City Discord and follow Loaded Lines and Crypto.com on X, formerly known as Twitter. They are constantly uploading valuable information for the game between all four of those sites. So I will leave the links for everything that was just mentioned in the description down below. Okay, so now we're back here. Side note, if for some reason you don't see it, there was a visual glitch that required some players to zoom out to see the button. What we'll want to do is we're going to hit this button that says play now. We'll wait for this to load. Now, depending on what non-custodial wallet you set up for the game, you'll click it here. So in this video, I set up the DeFi wallet with Crypto.com. We'll get a pop-up like this. We'll click allow. And this is usually where new players get stuck. You have to scroll this page down to click sign. Click confirm the terms. This prompt here is only helpful for players who have a Crypto.com NFT account and have NFTs that are associated with this game on that account. So if you do, I suggest visiting my first video on connecting this, and it has all the steps. It is quite lengthy. But for this video, it's for new players. So I will go ahead and skip here. And if you want to get a head start, you can use my referral code. It is down in the description below. And then we'll hit submit code. I advise you take your time through the tutorial and poke around and try to understand the UI and layout. After you finish the tutorial, you are now ready to play Loaded Lines Main City. One last resource I would like to share is the stat sheet. I've been working on this since the game was released. I'll give a quick synopsis of each tab and what it helps with. So this is the stat sheet that's linked down below. This is the first tab here, the overall stats. You'll find yourself using this a lot when you first start this game because you don't know what the max level of each business is yet. You don't know the total diamond cost for prestiging, and then the total diamond cost. This chart here is very helpful in the beginning. Down below, if you don't know the diamond production per lands and the available slots, that's what this chart is for. Your goal throughout this game is to continue to buy arid plains lands, and I continue to update what they cost for both gold and diamonds here. This chart here goes over the backpacks and the offline capacity they allow, and the slot capacity for tools, and then what the rooms cost in your mansion. Next, we have blueprints. This tab will show you what you will receive from common blueprints, the percentage rates, and then also legendaries. Next, we have tools. Each tool has a specific gold, diamond, and XP gain bonus. And then I have the diminishing factor for each tool, both gold, diamond, and XP bonuses here. Next, this one's probably one of the most important charts. This shows you the gold output for prestige by rarity of businesses. So as you see, legendary always outputs 100% of its gold. As you continue prestige, common, uncommon, rare, and epic, they diminish their gold output over time. As you can see, some people are moving away from commons in the later game because they give almost nothing. And these charts have evolved over time. This is the current one here. Next, we have the prize pool. This will change per season. This is currently how the prize pool is going to be divvied up. If you want to see the exact placement for each rank, it goes all the way down to 1,000. Next, we have diamond production. This tab just shows you what diamond production each rarity of land would have for what number of land slot it's in. Next, we have gold boost production. This here, you just basically put in whatever, say they make 300,000 gold per second. This is how much gold you get per million of diamonds. So if you're looking for the most efficient one, it actually gets least efficient as you go more expensive for the boost. So violet boost is the most efficient. Lightning surge is not, but you get the most amount of gold the quickest. Next, total time to max prestige. You put your diamond production here in hours, and then it'll tell you how long it'll take to get each one of these businesses to that prestige listed. So if I wanted to get Cool Cats Lounge to prestige 10, it would take me about 7 hours to get my Cool Cats Lounge to prestige 10 with this diamond production. Same thing in days, going up to prestige 289. Next, we have market costs. So depending on the price of CRO, these will go up and down, and the cost of millions of diamonds. This chart here should give you an idea of the max price a business should be on the marketplace, instead of upgrading it all yourself with diamonds. Next, these are just gold formulas to support the gold prestige output tab, and then total diamonds per prestige support total time to max prestige and market costs. And that's it for these charts. So lastly, I'll go over my strategy for normal mode and competitive mode. The main city playbook says there's more than one right way to win or move up the leaderboard. But with all these numbers and possible calculations, I think we can get close to what the right strategy is. Currently, for normal mode, the logic behind my method is that normal mode is somewhat indefinite. Until the main city servers die, this game should be around for a while. With that in mind, since the game was released, I have not prestiged a common business past Prestige 1. My first 2 lands are only filled with rare, epic, and legendary businesses that are currently around Prestige 20. And because of the land diminishing return factor, for every land past my first 2 lands, I only have Cool Cats Lounges, only to be used for support for the future Prestige requirements. Let me know if you guys have any questions about this strategy. I was falling down the ranks for a while because I was devoting all of my diamond generation to 2 legendary and 2 epic buildings on my first land. Now that I have my first 2 plots basically full and don't need to level them up all the way from Prestige 0, I'm starting to move past players who only use commons. So now for competitive mode, I think this is where my playstyle will change. I plan on not using legendaries at all, even if I receive one. I will only use 2-slot and single-slot businesses. My theory behind this is only playing for a month and a week. I don't think we will hit the threshold of common and uncommon businesses gold production falling off or diminishing too far. But I guess we'll see. That is everything I have compiled for this video. I try to make this beginner friendly, so if you want to send this to friends and get them involved in the game, don't be afraid to share this with them. I upload regularly with Web3 and main city content. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe if you aren't already. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.